Greetings and welcome to Star Citizen. Star Citizen is a space MMO game. It has been in development for about 8 years. Probably has another 4 or 5 left on it. Maybe some people are thinking it might not ever be finished, but it's the way AAA development works. It takes a long time to make a AAA game. That being said, it's also a crowd-funded game, which means it's drawing a lot more criticism. The updates that come out recently have actually introduced a lot more gameplay, so I thought about time we take a look at the game. I backed this game back in 2014-ish, and I've been playing it a little bit on and off, but nothing for long. And so with the amount of gameplay they've actually added to the system, I figured it's a good time to show it off and see if the game has actually got to a point where it can be played with people. And I have had a quick play around with Captain Course, and we did a couple of flights together, so it did seem to be okay. But I'm going to be doing solo today, so let's take a look at what we can do. So first thing, I have completely reset my account. So this is what you would get if you logged in with a brand new account. So you have the Arena Commander, which is it's either a dogfight, PvP, there's racing and spaceship racing, and there's also alien waves. So the aliens spawn ships in, which come at you, and you have to defend a small fleet. So it's basically a space combat game. There's Star Marine, which is a first-person shooter module where you, again, can go on PvP or teams. So it's like first-person stuff. These two modules that end up making up the main game. So the foot soldiers can take over starships in the real game, and obviously you get ship combat in the real game. But to play the full game, you want to be in the persistent universe. Right now, the persistent universe is only persistent for 1 quarter. Every quarter they release a new update with some new features, and that most of the time causes a persistent universe reset. When the game gets to release, the persistent update release sets will be much less often. Probably never, I don't know. They don't really go into that detail. Anyway, let's have a look. So first thing you do, you pick the universe. It asks you to set up your character. So let's set up a character. First of all, you pick your gender. You got male and you got the female. Then when you've got your character, you can choose head shapes. Quite a few actually. Then you do the whole head, and then you do the brow, and then you do the eyes, and then you do your ears, cheeks, nose, mouth, jaw, crown, hair. So you got a fair few options. So give me a few moments, and I'll go do all of these and get my character set up. They're all sort of semi-natural colours as well, which is I like to have like really vibrant colours. So I'm gonna go with red. I like to have like bright red. To me, it's just a colour I really like. And there we go. We have the character set up. Okay, accept. Now, once you set up your character, you get asked to pick a location. Right now, there's only one solar system, but there is planned to be a lot more. But in the solar system, there are many planets. And there are planets and there are moons, and each planet has multiple landing points. Each have its own bases. There's multiple space stations. There's multiple moons. So there's a fair amount of places you can land at. However, there are only 3 starting spawn points. There's Laurel, Area 18, and New Babbage. Now, if you're going to pick one, look them up first, because there are different caliber stations. One's a bit of a rundown outposty, one's like a modern town, one's like a whole-on city. So pick the one you want. I'm going to pick New Babbage, because I actually kind of like New Babbage. Okay, so we have now spawned in. If we just press W to get up out of our bed. Okay. So we can just... You always start in a little bedroom. In this case, it is a small bedroom on New Babbage. We can see out the window there. There's New Babbage City. If I just press F4, switch to a third-person camera, and press Z, I can turn around, and there we are. We have a flight suit on and a helmet. You always start in your flight suit with your helmet. And then undersuit, then we have the armor. And under armor, you have the helmet. You take the helmet off if you wish. And if you save the changes, get rid of the undersuit as well. Save the changes, and in the third-person view, you see my helmet is gone. There we go. So we can now walk around the space station with no helmet on. And I did actually ask for the undersuit to be taken off, didn't I? Or did I forget to press that button? Yeah, I'm not wearing the undersuit. I just say I haven't updated the graphics as well. Oh, there we go. So can we get there we go. So now we're walking around in civilian clothing, which I kind of like to do, but then I have to remember to put the spacesuit back on before I go into space. Alright, so let's go. First thing you do, press the F key when you're near a door, and it highlights the panel. Click the panel when you're close enough, it'll say open, and the door will open. And we are on a planet for that. Yeah. Alrighty, so let's check this one up here. This one is the Sherbin mining facility on Microtech, which is the planet we're on now, to Ariel. So let's accept that one. It's worth 4,000, so it's worth us doing it. Let's fly out there. Now let's grab the Aurora. There we go. Grab my Aurora and we'll go take a nosy. Hangar 4. So then we run over to the elevator. Called elevator. Right, hangar 4, please. Where's my ship? Over there. Right, so here is the Aurora. The Aurora is a nice little ship. I think it's a decent little starter. It has storage underneath for 3 or 4 cargo containers. 3 in its default configuration with, as you can see there, a gap at the back so you can expand it later. It's a small ship. It has a cockpit, a airlock, and a bed. And that is literally the entire ship. Okay. There's the bed. And of the airlock which came in, on the other side, and then the door itself, the ship, the door, the seat itself. Get in the seat. And you can, once you're in, you can now press F and point at the controls to like start the ship up. Press F, there we go. And you get flight ready appears. Or the hotkey, which is R for it.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
Thank you.
System check.
Right, we want to come over here and we want to request permission to take off.
You are clear to launch.
Excellent, thank you. Spacebar is up. There we go. And when the doors open sufficiently, we leave.
Condition alert. Hello.
It's also very, very windy in this part of the planet. There's a storm going on at the moment. One thing I like about the planet is that it actually has storms that come and go as well with time. Right, let's get this into space. We want to be about, accelerate, we want to be somewhere on the lines of 10,000 meters in order to activate our FTL. And there we go, 10,000, hands off the accelerator. Throw that back. And there we go, right, bring that down. Now, put that there for a moment. We need to set an FTL, we need to set a window on Microtech for our destination. And we get the pickup location here. And it is Sherbin 18. So just click on that, set a route. We now have a window in our nav console, which I can't see because it's too snowy down there. That way, 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 that way. Unfortunately, it is. It's on the far side of the planet. Well, isn't that unfortunate for us? Okay. Well, in that case, we have to fly around. The fastest way to fly around, it could be over here. It's actually to go up to maybe Port Tulsa, and then across. Yeah. Let's FTL to Port Tulsa. Tulsa, sorry. And then we should be able to set a course for our destination here. Because we can't go. Well, okay. In that case, I was hoping to set a route to both, but apparently we have to do one or the other. So we'll go there first, and then we'll go to the other one afterwards. All right. Start charging my FTL with the B key, and aim. Still not out of the atmosphere yet. Okay, a bit fast, a bit further up. There we go. FTL's charging. And go. Boop. And there we are. We have FTL'd outside the space station. There is Port Tressler, which we're not actually going to Port Tressler. That's just a station nearby. So we go back to the map and we click on the world. Now, where is our destination? It's probably there it is. So it's probably on the far side. Yep, set that as a course. And we should now be able to FTL to that location. Spool of FTL. Probably tell me it's blocked, unfortunately. But it should, for this distance, should be able to activate an FTL around the planet. There we go. Yep. We're high enough now, we can do a circular FTL around. This will bring us out of warp at a very, well, not very close, but bring it at a nice close point to the planet. There we go. There it is. It's very, very bright right now. Again, the New Babbage is a Microtech is a nice world. Okay, so about 25, it'll drop us out of FTL.
Quantum drive is now.
There we go. And we just need to fly in under a normal sublight. So let's throttle this thing up to full speed. We'll have to get down there as fast as we can. We are 23 kilometers away. I am flying with keyboard and mouse, so you can see my little circle there. Sometimes with use my keyboard, is my mouse indicator. It can be controller. I've chosen not to with the game. Alright, you can press shift for turbo, but your engines will overheat eventually. If I do it now, you see my speed is increasing. And there they are. So you get an overheat warning if you fire the afterburner for too long, which is kind of good. And you can't really go too much faster anyway. We are 10 kilometers above the destination. Getting a warning about being too fast right now. Well, not too fast, but about overburning my engines. Top corner of my flight screen, you can see TVEL 237. That's actually the maximum speed we can travel anyway in Atmo right now. So we will be coming in. Top right corner of my screen, you see a little symbol of like a satellite. That tells us we're in a comms network. If anyone attacks us, they'll get a notoriety warning about being attacking to a friendly. And basically means you're relatively safe. Next to that, when you're near a space station, you'll get notifications about little gun in there with a cross through it, and that means that it's an armistice zone and no one can actually attack you. Okay, so we're coming into this location. It sounds like it's a mining colony, so I don't know if it's going to be good. I'm going to start slowing down. But we do have over here the comms with the planetary landing service, so let's contact them. Slow it down. I'm going to turn off cruise control because I've been cruise controlling the whole way in. And you see the landing pads are there anyway. I'm going to press N, drop my landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, slow this down a bit more. So scroll wheel actually sets your maximum speed, which is actually really cool for this sort of thing. There we go, armistice done, so we can't fire weapons if we wanted to. Slow it down a bit more as well. There we go. And bring us into landing on one of these landing pads. Let's go here. I'm going to get a warning about proximity in a moment. Okay, and then put it down.
Mission alert. Low. Landing complete.
Right, there we go, landing complete. Right, turn everything off.
Weapons system is
I'm pressing U for the weapons off, and then Y to get out of the seat. And we should be able to get out of this craft and go and do our job. Now, the thing is about this planet is bloody cold. So, ready to... Thank you. Ready to experience some cold weather, shall we? Watch the bottom left of my screen right now. Oh, it's 1 degree Celsius. It's not too bad. The New Babbage itself, the actual base, temperatures there are they're at minus 50. Leave my ship alone. All right, up. And we will open the door. And because this is a cold planet, there's an airlock to make sure the inside stays nice and totally warm. And here we go. Now, if we had a lot of money, we can go to this terminal, and we could go in there, and we could say, I have an Aroura with 3 storage points, and I want to buy. And if this place was selling anything, we could buy it. The stocks are pretty wiped out recently, but they get replaced every 5 minutes. We can buy cargo from here. but we don't have any cash, so we can't buy cargo. This guy will never help us, he's annoying. But what we can do is, remember these machines from earlier? You might see them around. In here we can go, I want to pick up an item. He says, actually, you have a contract right now for an item. There's your item. You just go click on the carry, and we now have the item. That's it. Now we leave. So back to our spaceship. And there we go. Now, I don't think this box can go in the storage areas. I haven't tried it. Let's have a look. Can I... Look down. No, I want place. Place. Can I place that in there? No, okay. I can't place it in this little storage area. I wasn't sure. It's not the standard size, so I wasn't sure if it would fit. But what we can do in here is enter the ship. Tell me we didn't drop the box. Well, we didn't drop the box. We could. And we can just place it on the floor in here. So, place there. Yep. And now we're just going to take it to its destination. Is okay. Well, due to a bug with the game, I was booted from the server. When I kick back in, I'm back in my ship. We are in space. We have the cargo component behind me. Show you. We have the box still. Right there. But we don't have the contract anymore. So that's fine. What we'll do is we will head to another location. We'll dump the box, we don't care about it. And we'll take a new mission. You know that space station's nearby, right? We can get to that space station.
Flare selected.
No, I'm really sure I didn't say flare, but sure. Oh, the station's there. Excellent. I didn't actually realize we were that close to the station. In that case, maximum speed to the station. You can reach about 1,005, I think it is. Ooh, no, we can reach a lot further. Anyway, start slowing down because the station's coming up faster than I thought it was going to do. Let's use the reverse thrusters. We get an overheat warning in a moment.
Engines critical.
There we go. So we have a thermal warning, but the engine's there. Right, but bring it to a stop, and let's contact them for landing. Port Tressler, I would like to land you, please.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Will do. Which way is my assigned landing bay, please? Where have you set it? I always find it a bit slow to give me the actual location on the HUD. Where have you set my landing base? Most likely up top. Amethyst zone, excellent. Assigned landing bay would be where today? There it is. So we get a little spanner icon that tells us where our landing bay is. So we can head over there and land this little ship. Probably because we're a tiny little ship, it's probably the reason why it's giving us an inner one. I'm going to go on the other side so we're not facing into the sun as much on the approach. There we go. Let's fly a little bit on the high. Are we above or below the landing bay? We are below them. Okay, in that case, drop down above, swing it over, and there it is, our landing bay. Landing gear.
Collision alert. Front.
It's not a collision alert. Stop being cowardly. Landing gear is currently in its hooked position, so N. There we go, and we can land it in third person view this time round, just to show you how that works. There we go. We've landed. So, back to first person.
Stay.
Thank you. Engine off. Out with the seat. Alright. We have landed at this location, at the Tressler station. I'm going to take this package with me because I don't really want the package to be in the ship forever. Right. And we'll also pack that ship inside, and when we get the next contract, we'll use the next contract in the Freelancer. See how that show you how that one sort of differs a little bit of a bigger ship. All right, first things first. We're now inside, so elevator. Excellent. And lobby, please. And you, since I don't need you, let's just drop you there in the elevator. Nobody will care that the box is in the elevator, right? So this is another place we can pick up contracts and stuff, and like I said before, it's a station, so the elevators there taking you back to the to your ships. If you've got a hangar location, you've got some random people still here for no reason. You got in here, you have this one down here. Just have a quick nosy. This one takes you to. Can we get there first? Engine room and a couple of rec rooms. The locker room. Perfect. The locker room's good because it's where the machines are for picking up supplies and stuff. Cargo crates and stuff. But through here, we have the Tressler shops. Easy Hab, where you wake up if you log out now. Clothing stores. A few places. Right, let's get ourselves a new ship actually. Let's take our existing ship actually and put it into storage because right now it's just sat on the pad and we really should tidy up after ourselves. And I did kind of ignore that, didn't I? Where are the terminals? I tend to lose them very easily. There they are. I always forget to do this part on the way in. Terminal. And put that Aroura in storage. And then if we ever need the Aroura again, it will be on this station in its little landing pad. You see here, it says currently its situation is stored in Port Tressler. We've got the Freelancer stored in New Babbage. We can use it. We can actually use the insurance to claim it, and it basically says that ship over there. It's gone. Get out a new one, please. So that's the way of sort of transporting it to the station you're on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we're going to go out and do a mission. We're going to do it in my Freelancer. So before we do that, let's pick a mission, and hopefully one that starts on this station. Give me missions. Let's have a look. Ooh, 12 missions this time around. Let's see. Port Tressler to Microtech to Arcot mining area. Well, immediately that's a good one. It's not a good price, but it's a good mission. Port Tressler. I would like another one with a decent price though. But don't find one at the end of this. I ship in a Port Tressler. Take it to Pinewood for 2,000. You know what? Let's do the FTL courier one. It's further away. We get to show off the FTL stuff. Don't forget smile and kind words. Yeah. So Port Tressler where we are now to Arcot mining facility. Okay. Let's go pick up our cargo. Where is our cargo? 68 meters that way. That will mean through this door where we went earlier. Probably that locker room, most likely. Oop. Downstairs, okay. So it's in one of the shops then. It's in the shopping district. It's in this room. What is this room? Hello, I'm here to pick up a package. From the machine. So this will be like the admin centres where you can buy and sell the resources here. Cover that. Alright. Take that back to our ship, basically. Now, if you were doing pure cargo and not contract missions, you would just turn around and say, I want to buy 300 units of cargo, and then your cargo bay would be full of 300 units, and you just sell it. Because this is a courier mission, you have to carry the box itself and deliver it. So there's different types of missions you can do for couriering, and then there's mercenary stuff, and yeah, there's different, depending on how you play the game, basically. I don't like doing fighting, so I tend to avoid fighting missions. I'm a bit of a coward when it comes to fighting stuff. Right, let's grab my Freelancer. It's not the right ship for this sort of mission. In fact, the Aroura is probably better for this sort of mission. Smaller ship, fuel efficient, whatever. But we can show you another ship off, right? Pad 3. Okay. Okay. Can you take to pad 3, please? And there's my Freelancer over a kilometre away, and the elevators move, let's say, horizontally and vertically, so this will take me to the Freelancer, which is on that pad. There we go. Alright. And there's the Freelancer. This is a Freelancer Max variety, so it's wider than a normal Freelancer and has 2 engines each side instead of the single engine on each side. Let's just do a quick walk around here. Show off the I don't like the artwork. I need to get a paint skin for it. But you can see it's got 2 cannons on each side. It's got a cockpit at the top. It's much bigger than the Aurora we were just in. Alright, so let's... and it has missiles as well for defensive purposes. Big cargo bay on the back. There we go. And this is about as close as you're going to get to a firefight class vessel. Can we close the door, please? Yeah. There goes the door. And this area here becomes full of cargo. If you buy cargo outright. And you see the dotted line, the white line? That is where the cargo would be, and you would have to walk down this edge to get in here if we were buying proper cargo. We have a secondary cargo bay with smaller cargo, and that's where we're going to store this box. Can I look down, please? Thank you. Place the box. Just over there, we'll do fine. Alright, in the Freelancer, you also have, let me kick it, a little feeding area. On the other side, you have the bathroom, along with shower and sink. You have 4 beds, because it's a 4-crew ship. And then you have the cockpit. 2 operations tables, 1 co-pilot, and 1 pilot. So if we turn this ship on, so if we press R to turn it on.
Hello, how can I best help you today?
Thank you. Hello. Right, and we'll turn this screen here into a comm screen, please, and we'll task Port Tressler for permission to leave.
You are clear to launch.
Thank you.
Launch
Take off.
sequence complete.
And then we fly. Probably not a good idea to fly into the station, though, right? Let's go that way.
Thank
My
you.
flight skills are not necessarily the best skills. Alright, so let's get clear of the station. Because they do get a bit annoyed at me if you stay too close. Okay, and let's bring that to a stop. We swing around. We've got a destination over there, but we can see the station is here. And the Freelancer doesn't have great visibility out the windows, but it is more realistic about what you would have. So if I hold the front key down, I can look around. And you got all of that. Alright, so let's set a course for our actual destination. Where was our destination? There it is, at Corp. So it's on the moon of Wallow. And it's that one there at Corp, Area 45. Route set, and it's a 3 jump, 1 jump to get there, 1 jump to then move to Wallow, and then 1 jump to the location on the planet's surface.
Time to proceed.
Okay, so if we start spooling. Spool the engine. And begin FTL jump. If we go to third person view, this is what quantum travel looks like. So quantum travel is basically it's warp drive, sort of. And we are flying on flying. Fly is the right word for it. But it's like warp drive, only we're only being within a solar system right now. This is quantum drive is FTL flight within a system. So it's something closer to 0.2 the speed of light. It's not technically warp speed. So we're not actually leaving the system. If you had a co-pilot, they would be sat there. You'd be able to see them sat there, and you'd be able to work with them. We are 55 million kilometers away. It's going to take us a few moments to get there. So while we're waiting for that to complete its journey, let's take a quick look around back at the Freelancer itself. They leave the ship in its FTL. So I say we had the bedrooms, which you saw earlier, which now are lit up because we turned the power on. This door is an airlock to the outside, which we won't be touching just yet. Cargo bay with our special package. It's nice small. It has a docking ring on the top, or docking with other ships, which can be used for combat purposes, or ship-to-ship transfer. And then, like I say, our big cargo bay here. And the benefit of the big cargo bay is it has this turret on the top. So if you're attacking your co-pilot, your co-pilot can come back here where you're flying at the front, and your co-pilot can come in, and they have access to basically a gun on the back. They can turn it on, start shooting to defend you. They've got different buttons, your power on and stuff. I'm not going to activate it while we're flying in FTL, but you get the idea. And then when they're finished, they can get out of the gun. It just drops them back into the cockpit, into the cargo bay. There we go. The seat goes back up, and it keeps you safe. So you have the cockpit, the turret's on the back rear section, upper section of the ship, and on the front of the ship, the pilot has control of the 2 side turrets. And the side turrets, when I move my cursor around, we set a circle. The 2 turrets will hit wherever that's pointing at, basically, and then they auto lock on if you target the ship. So anyway, that's going to be another 40 million kilometers before we get to our destination. So I will come back to you in just a moment when we are there. Okay, and here we are approaching Corp. We're down to the last 500,000 kilometers, and the planet should be coming up in our screen very, very rapidly. In a weird jurisdiction of Corp. There we go. Top of screen tells us we are now, if we do anything illegal, the Corp people will be a little annoyed at us. Alright, and there's the planet as we approach, and we will stop ridiculously close to the planet. I always find it a little bit too close when you're coming out of quantum drive to be that close to a planet.
Travel complete.
Alright, and then we got to do a second jump to the moon itself, which is over here, which we have to wait for a little cooldown. And the length of the cooldown you have to wait before you can use quantum drive again is entirely dependent on how long you've been flying quantum state for. So, for example, if we do this one, which is only 257 million thousand kilometers away, the cooldown on this one will be much, much less than the previous ones.
Quantum travel engaged.
And quantum! So the last one we flew quite a long distance. This is going to drop us off at the moon, and then we'll need to quantum travel again to our actual landing pad, which will be on the surface of the moon. Here we go, coming out of quantum state. There we go.
Quantum travel
And
complete.
that cooldown is going down much faster if you look. Right, and then the final thing to do is go to the mining area, which is 584 kilometers away. Again, we could fly there and do it in normal engines, but you can quantum drive there, which will also help us get around the planet as well. But will put us within about 30 kilometers of the location. You might as well use it to speed yourself up, unless of course you're running low on quantum fuel. Because Quantinium, I think it is they use, you have to refuel that separately. Here we go. And we are upside down because space. So, turn it over, I didn't think it would do. Now, it's a moon, so I don't believe this one had atmosphere looking at it. The horizon looks a little bit too sharp. There we go. So I'm going to run it a little bit high. And because there's no atmosphere, we don't have a speed limit. Because the speed limit's on how fast you can travel. It's entirely based on atmospheric densities. So I'm going to hold it there. We are 15 kilometers out. I'm going to start slowing us down, actually. Because we will come in way too fast. Bring your nose down. Slow it down to normal velocities. 8 kilometers out. We'll start seeing the outline of a base shortly. 5 kilometers out. You can see the beacon light flashing. There we go. And we should start seeing the base become visible momentarily. There we can see the little pylons, parts of the buildings. Alright, there we go. Now it slows down. If we could come to a nice stop, it would be great. There we go. Alright, let's set this window here to comms again, because we got out of our seat earlier. Now, mostly small bases, you don't need to contact them. They don't really care that you are here. But the bigger ones do. Landing gear deployed.
Gear down.
There we go. Now, we are a bigger ship, so we may not be able to land in this as easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a third-person landing to make sure this ship can actually hit the landing pad. Yeah, it can actually. That's good. All right. So third-person. I prefer doing first-person when possible, but I'm not used to flying this ship yet. There we go. Landing successful. Right. So power off.
System off.
And get out of our seat. Alright. Grab our cargo. Thank you. And we'll take the box out. I do prefer to use this back door when I'm carrying a box because it makes more sense. I can't go down the ladder. But do remember to close the door. Okay, there it is. When you're finished in there, because people can get into your ship if you leave the door open and steal your ship. If the doors are shut, they have to break in with effort, and so that requires either big guns or some sort of actual proper effort. There's multiple buildings over here. You see that blue one over there? That looks like it's a it's near landing pads. It's probably a spawning point where you can spawn your ships if you want to bring a ship up with you. Just over the entrance. Pressurize and add some bit of temperature here. And again, remember that we can buy cargo from here. We can talk to the guy who doesn't help us at all, and we have this box machine here. We can say, I want to drop off a delivery. I have a delivery. Then we say, place the delivery there. And processing. Transaction complete. Thank you. So if we go to our Mobius now, we can see in the bottom corner we now have 2100 UEC. So we now have money. We have money. And what we could do if we wanted to, we could go in here. Oop, can't see because of the screen. We can pick here. I have a freelancer sat right there. What cargo do you have? Your planet doesn't have anything for me to buy. Okay, well, if they don't have anything for me to buy, I can't buy cargo, so I'm going to leave. And then what we can do... Better eyes. We can actually go back into the ship. This time, we can go back into the ship through the actual quick entrance. We don't have a cargo box to worry about. So on the side of Freelancer is a door right there, which is a ladder. Here we go. All right, we are back in the Freelancer. We have no cargo right now to worry about. So what we could do now is we could actually take another job and have it put us somewhere else. So we could say, I want to take another job. Back to the contracts here. Jobs update. There's a lot more jobs available now since we've been playing for a while. We got the personal jobs we can do, grab and go and quick runs. Grab and go is actually quite good. Go from the orphanage to abandoned outpost. They're good because they're not protected. I'm not going to actually do them right now. 15,000 USC as well though. Jeez, those contracts are good. I'm not going to do them right now, but I'm going to accept them so they don't go away. And if you would like to see me do any of these contracts, which to be fair, these are the same, pick up carriage and go, but hopefully there'll be money that I can use for other stuff. Anyway, power up the ship.
Hello. How can I help you today?
Thank you. Ship is ready. We need to recalibrate that screen again. It always resets when you get out of the seat. I always like to ask permission to take off, even though I don't need to ask permission to take off. And take off.
Sequence complete.
Return landing gear.
Landing gear up.
And go. And there we go. So we completed our first mission. We took off from a planet. We flew to a space station that didn't really help us that much on the grounds that we... yeah. I just switched to that view. There we go. You see the planet behind. Goodbye, planet. You suck so much. And afterburners away. Alright, let me know if you like the game, if you want to see any more of this game. But until next time, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
Oh damn, I've been feeling something for you lately, and I am trying so hard to just stay cool.